Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording of the Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Let us continue. So, last time we came out of this mine, now we have some new stuff to investigate in a new area. We've seen this box like 3 times, and since each time the boxes have no way in, it's weird. It's weird that it's in the game. I mean, you literally could just, and probably would have done better to cut it out. Just not have them be in the game, because it makes no sense. Now, here's the door we can open. I guess. That's what we're supposed to do. Let's go look at the other thing. For this game, though, I kind of wonder if maybe those boxes really don't exist. I mean, maybe they don't. Here we have some kind of 1901 foundation of something. And there's another room. And obviously we can walk in there. So, since this direction over here, I'm running for no reason, seems to be a dead end. We will go do that. Seems like there is one, maybe two more of Ethan's stories in this game. Possibly, there aren't even that many. Seems like I can see through the windows too. See this house. It's not a house really, it's a water generator. Okay. That's weird. Can't walk that way. Really? So we can just look in the windows. But back to these squares, yeah, if they had just taken them out of the game, that would have been fine. Because they're not adding anything to the game. Guess we're gonna have to go find the key. I don't know what they were thinking as far as more gameplay. Because if there was a mechanic where you had to heal yourself, or rest, or save in those locations, that could explain why something was there. It seems like the type of small box that you would just use to do something like that. But we have auto-saving, and it would be a little confusing in 2015 to make any game that doesn't auto-save to some level. It's pretty much mandatory in games these days. So you have like 3 trees on top of this. I don't think we can get up there. Or maybe we can. Okay, we got up here. Yay. Is there anything here? Nope. Again, we're having this issue with this game. It's like the real world, and in the worst possible way. It's like the real world in that it's huge and there's nothing actually going on in it. It's probably huge because they were experimenting with the Unreal Engine 3, and they probably were putting the most memory intensive things that they could as far away from each other to save, so that the engine could handle it better. Here's the elevator. That was my thought. Maybe we could use that to go back up. Scissors. I'll take the scissors. You know, what I'm starting to figure out is we've picked up scissors, we've picked up a knife, and we've picked up a grenade. This tells me that I think at the end, how well you do in the end may very well be about what weapon did you pick up, or did you pick up enough weapons in the game. This might turn into a fight. Because the only thing we're picking up and keeping are weapons. Yeah. Well, I've got a grenade, so unless the grenade doesn't work, I think we could probably win. And the grenade was hidden pretty obscure in a corner somewhere. I'm also wondering maybe if that grenade had to do with the spaceman and you had to pick it up before you could do that story. Just trying to be thorough here. If we can't get into that other building, which I imagine we will be able to at the end, then this is the second to last or the last story is this building. High voltage, that's what that says. Nice little stream we have here, some colorful moss and plants. Does this take us any further? Nope, it just kind of ends here. Is that something over there on that side? Down to that. Don't see anything. Unless that's not just a log right there. So I do suspect I missed a section. But even using the elevator, it would be a very far distance to run. We can see through the windows of this section, but is what we are seeing through the windows the truth? So often we've seen fantasy before we saw the truth, or perhaps we've seen the truth before we saw fantasy. It's hard to tell. Oil storage. So oil storage is here. The question is, was he couldn't have been dragging the oil to the train immediately. He would have had to come through this section because this is the direction he was going. Maybe there's a way to get back up. Maybe he used the elevator. Now let's see. Wall-mounted case. Axe-shaped discoloration. Fire axe cabinet. Axe. Where is the axe? blood stain and a body and a carpet. So it probably has to be in this building. I think that's his father. He picked up a pickaxe before. He has a penchant for using axes, apparently. There would have had to been clues, I think. For this to be a smoother experience, a more hand-holdy thing, we would have needed to have more of clues like that to just point us from point A to point B, and things definitely needed to be closer together. Destroyed from the inside, from the outside. Excessive force, desperation, rage. Broken door. And here's the body, and here's the axe. So these folders look kind of new. I never really got a handle of what year this is supposed to be. Whether it's supposed to be in the 80s, 90s, 2015, 60s. Overturned pin holder, scattered accessories, something taken in a rush, pen, pencil, scissors, letter opener, ruler, scissors. So we put the scissors back. We did need that. We have an axe here. No blood on the handle, it doesn't seem like. And no blood on the axe head. And then inspect this. Victim cornered. Punctured throat. No other wounds. No footprints in the blood. No signs of struggle. Just have a little bit of that solved right now. Let's go put the axe back and see if that solves everything else. They kind of backed down on what you had to do in the number of actions in the last puzzle. This one required the scissors and the axe, but I don't think it's going to require anything more. Let's see. So outside we go. We've got a door. Is this Travis taking on the father? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Travis killed the father. That totally makes sense. Can't help but feel like I'm a little taller than I used to be. Maybe floating. Travis with the axe. Still, how could he have had the axe before? Travis with the axe still. I think I missed one somewhere. Well, let's follow this line here and see if there's one way far down this direction. Yeah, there it is. Travis with the axe, waiting for him. Does it go this far? So we kind of know what a grandpa takes part in the story, but should I really go back? I don't buy that. Let's go check out the elevator. Because we saw the elevator and we found the scissors there. So we should know that we're hearing birds now. I'm glad they put the audio cues of them in there. Nope. I screwed that up. Apparently. Let's try that again. There was something about the birds, because that was the only time we've seen birds is when they specifically said crows and Ethan. Ah, there was one right here that I missed. Alright, this guy is gotta be number 5. This guy's gotta be number 4, right? Didn't show up at all. Little buggy. Number 3, I suppose. 2, I suppose. Unless he has the scissors here. Nope, he's just covering his face. So I think this is just gonna be pretty simple. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's try this.
Where's my mother? Why are you standing in the sleeper's way?
She had an accident. Travis, put down the axe.
An accident.
I didn't want her to get hurt. We're all so sick, you know? Since Ethan found that room.
Where's Ethan, goddammit? Talk to me!
Okay, okay. He wants to burn Vandergrift's room. Look, Travis, just leave me alone. Oh God, oh God.
The sleeper chooses vessels. You know that? To enact his wishes? He chose Mom. He chose me.
Son, I don't want to hurt you.
You think scissors are gonna save you? Yes. It didn't have to be this way. He could have helped the sleeper, helped us. But Mom's right. You're a coward, and you'll be meeting Ethan again soon.
So he killed himself. So let's follow that light and see if it shows us the key. No idea where it went. I'm just gonna assume it went to that door. Nothing over there. So he wants to burn down the room. Well, that never got burnt. Maybe that's what he was doing with the oil. Ah, that would make sense. But it never got burnt. This door is now open. And so, further we go. It's a little creepy. Big old empty building. Mostly just facade. It's down there. That's where we're going. Hydroelectric power generation. It's a damn
You
dam.
disturbed it, not me.
Travis, we can get rid of it. I know exactly what we're up against. Don't listen to what's in your head.
This sleeper was feeding on them. Their hate, their distrust. Ethan's father figured suicide wouldn't feed it, but it did. I could feel it sitting somewhere out there, fat as a bullfrog, digesting.
So only one of these generators is spinning right now. It looks like we would have the ability to turn one of them off. Why do we need to turn one of them off? See, these are, I'm assuming what they're implying is these are power generators. Where does this take us? So, here's the clock again. Seems like it stopped at the same time. Let's go up the stairs a little bit. Move lock. Open. So that's creepy. That is pretty creepy. That we walked right through a locked door using that hallucination. It's a little weird that there's just a platform up here and there's nothing to it. So I suppose there's probably no reason not to turn the dam off. Just, why not? If we have a button, we can push it. This one's locked. This one isn't. Closed. Closed. And closed. Did that drastically change like the river? Yeah, that would be a little asking too much, wouldn't it? This feels like an ancient something or other. With it closed, you would think maybe you could walk in the water. Because we did walk in the water before. Yeah, in the mine. I think maybe you could walk through there and do something. Oh well, it was open before, might as well close it now. This looks like a runoff section where if it rained and overflooded the dam, it would come right there. So that probably was just built during the same time. And is there anything more over here? I don't think there is. I think this is just one more little area that they added. You know, since I am of the opinion that the creators of Ethan Carter, the Vanishing of Ethan Carter, are a small video game company, what would be cool is if this area was the area used in their next game. Maybe not their next game. Maybe a game a few years in the future might be better. Can't walk back there. But because they've spent the effort to make this area, if there was a bunch of monsters showing up and this was like Alan Wake or something where you were shooting the monsters, or something along that line, where there was an actual gameplay mechanic in this whole section. Let's go ahead and run up here, just to make sure nothing changed when I turned off the thing. If that was the actual case, that they could reuse this, and this game was their introduction to making video games and the introduction to this area, that would be kind of cool. I wouldn't be totally opposed to that. I'd be upset if every video game maker did something like that. If, for instance, Nintendo made Hyrule in one game, and then for their next Legend of Zelda game, next 5 Legend of Zelda games, it's all the same map and very little of it's been changed. And Nintendo actually did the exact opposite to that. They pretty much remake the Hyrule every single time. Guess we'll come up here. I'm not 100% certain there are actually any more Ethan stories. I think there might be 1 or 2 at most, but I think there's equally a possibility that there aren't any more. So, no reason to stay down here, it looks like. We're just gonna inspect and use this to get up. What am I inspecting? I'm trying to hit A to inspect it, not inspecting. That's where the scissors were. Maybe I can inspect it when the elevator moves us upward. Usually in games, going up an elevator would be a load screen. Technically, this probably is a load screen, but we're still getting to interact and watch. Look through the window. Nothing really that interesting looking that way. Which means we may be in set up for a jump scare. They haven't done great with jump scares in this game. The two places, they're batting 50-50. The first time when there were the traps, yep, nothing to inspect there. That made sense. And see, if this button was just not broken, I would have been fine. So, we're back up to the top, and right there is the Vandergrift house, and that was where Ethan was going to try and burn down the room, and I guess something stopped, Travis stopped him, because then we saw Travis, but, so I guess we need to go check out the Vandergrift room again. There was one area I feel like in this game we didn't look at, but I think we may just save that area for the Redux. Otherwise it seems like we've been completely around this island. And it is a lot bigger. It is very big considering how so small the paths are. It's just long paths with a few different places that split off and then merge back together. Anywho, we will just get this vista view, that's a better view, and end this recording here. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. I would say that we have a decent chance that we will finish the series next time. Or at least finish this game next time. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.